After some of you requested me to make a video about basic calisthenics training, here it finally is. After years of experience and by learning from professional calisthenics athletes, and also by using these exercises in the past and even yet, I will tell you the best exercises you can do as a beginner to first of all gain strength and second of all get to harder levels of calisthenics in a really fast time. So here are the most important exercises that you need to do as a beginner. So the first exercise, which is also the most important one in my eyes, are the push-ups that you need to master first. The push-ups do not train only your chest, shoulders and triceps, but also many other muscles that I can't even name. I can also tell you that this video is for any level of strength. Even if you think you won't be able to do a push-up ever, you will achieve a push-up with this video faster and easier than you would have ever thought. And we are going to achieve that with a simple trick. It is called progressions. What do I mean by that? Well, think about it like this. What is faster, to climb up a 4-meter wall or to go up 4 meters high with a ladder? Well, it's quite easy to say that it's much faster with a ladder than climbing up the wall. That's the same way you need to look at exercises that you want to achieve. If you can do them, you need to split them down in easier exercises that you will be able to do. So you can go step by step in the right direction until you can do the full exercise. That is one basic key in calisthenics to achieve anything that you want. The first progression that you will do for push-ups are the wall or standing elevated push-ups. About this I can say, the more far you go back from the wall, the harder the push-ups will be. The more you come to the wall with your feet, the easier it will be. So you can do them at any fitness level that you are at. What's also important for every exercise and that you need to remember for the future of your training in calisthenics or any training, it is something that you need to do your lifelong. As long as you're training, you need to do this. You need to control your exercise. What do I mean by that? When you push yourself, as an example for push-ups, as soon as you push yourself from the ground, you can do this fast but controlled. And as soon as you are coming down, you need to control your body. You do not let it fall. You need to control your exercise as clean as possible. So you go up and then you are coming down again. And as you feel the tension, you're controlling it to the degree of perfection. And that you need to do for every exercise, because this is the fastest way that you will build strength, by also implementing the negative exercise of this exercise. The next progression after you mastered 20 wall or standing elevated push-ups are the knee push-ups. For that, simply you just do push-ups on your knees, and I want you to do at least 10 of them before you move on to the real push-ups. As soon as you are able to do at least one push-up, I want you to try as many as you can until you can do no more. And the next time you do the same, and you will see that you are now able to do many more than you could do before. For the push-ups, I want you to do at least 15 to 20 before you move on to the next exercise. But first we go to the pull-ups. So for the pull-ups, the first progression for the pull-ups is the dead hang. It's simply just jumping on a bar and relax your body. For this, I want you to hold yourself in the air for at least 45 seconds until you move on to the next exercise, which would be scapula shrugs. Scapula shrugs is simply squeezing your upper back together. So you bring your shoulders back and squeeze your back. So you bring your chest to the bar as far as you can, and then you relax again into the dead hang. You do this exercise for at least 10 times until you move on to the pull-ups on a dip bar. The pull-ups on a dip bar you can actually do also as one of the first progressions, because this you can also elevate really good. Remember, the more you put your feet to the front, the harder it will be for you to do a pull-up. The more you go up with your feet, the easier it will be. So you can progress by finding a spot where you can do 10 pull-ups on a dip bar, and then you move down more and more. As you can do 10 normal dip bars, I want you to move on to the jumping negative pull-ups. For this, you jump up the bar and you squeeze your muscles as hard as you can, and you try to hold yourself in this position at the top. And as you can't hold it no more, you're slowly descending your body. In the beginning, you won't be able to hold yourself, but I want you to control your body as hard as you can, because remember, this is the fastest way to gain strength at an exercise that you can do. The negative exercise is the most effective of all. So for this, I want you to do at least 5 controlled jumping negative pull-ups. Or if you can hold yourself in a 90-degree angle with your arms to the bar, you will for sure be able to do your first pull-ups. So as soon as you can do at least 5 negative pull-ups, I want you to try your pull-up. And just like for the last exercises, you need to do as many as you can. And the next week or so, when you do your training again, you will see that you have progressed so fast and you can do much more pull-ups than the first time. The next exercises are the dips, which you can only do as you have mastered the push-ups. For this, the first progression will be jumping dips, where you're also slowly descending your body and control your weight. The next progression would be with a resistant band. You take the resistant band like I'm showing you right here, and you put your feet on the resistant band, and then you do your normal dips. As soon as you can do at least 10 of this resistant band dips, you can then try for sure some normal dips. And for this also, try as many as you can, then make a pause for at least 1 week, and the next week you can try again, and you will see that you are able to do much more dips than before. Your goal for this should be 10 dips at least, till you can move on to the handstand. Handstand is also a really important exercise because you need so many muscles for this exercise. Not only your shoulders, your chest, your triceps, but also your core. It's almost your whole body that you need to squeeze, because the more you squeeze your body, the easier it will be for you to hold the handstand. So the first progressions for this would be the handstand on a wall by jumping up until you hit your feet to the wall. And then you try to push yourself back into the position of holding a handstand. And another really important exercise, but make sure to do it not like me right here, where I can't go really with my hands completely till I am 90 degrees to the wall. But I want you to try to find a wall where you can actually put your hands to the wall. So yeah, one with the wall. And then walk the wall up and just hold this position. This is a way how you can learn to actually have a feeling for the handstand. But before you do this exercise, I want you to learn how to save yourself, because it won't be nice if you hit your head or your back on the hard ground. But it's quite easy to save yourself from that. For this, you need to simply, as soon as you feel you're falling to the front, you need to push your dominant arm, your dominant hand into the direction that you're falling. Rotate with that your whole body into the direction you're falling. So I'm using my right hand, for instance, and I'm just rotating it to the front and my whole body to the right to a 90-degree angle. And at the same moment, I bring my feet down safely to the ground, and so nothing happens to me. Before you try this, I want you to do it on a soft mattress or something where you have no risk of hurting yourself. Because, let me say this to you, I do not take any responsibilities about what happens to you because you do this exercise wrong, or because what happens to you by trying it. So be careful and do this with caution. Do not blame this on me, but blame this on yourself if something happens. After you mastered these exercises, you then can try to do a normal handstand on the ground. As soon as you feel you're falling over, just rotate your hand and your whole body into the direction you're falling, and you save yourself. As soon as you do your normal handstand, it is important that you squeeze and stretch your whole body as much as you can, and that you're controlling your body by not going too far forward and not going too far back by using your hands. You need to push yourself yourself with your fingertips as soon as you feel you're falling forward. And as you're going back, you need to push with the palms of your hand. You need to get a feeling for that. And as soon as you have it, you are able to do a handstand for at least 30 seconds or so. The last exercise that we are going to talk about is the L-sit. The L-sit is also a really important exercise for your core, because as long as you're a beginner, it is important to have a strong core, so you will be able to learn exercises for which you do not have the strength yet. The first progression for this are the hanging tucked knee raises. So you grab your bar and you raise your knees to your core, but you do this in a controlled way, because you do not swing up, because that would be cheating. We are not CrossFitters, we are calisthenics athletes. Remember that. So control your body and slowly bring your knees up and down. The next progression are L-sit raises. It's just like going into the position of the L-sit, but you just bring your legs up for 1 second or so and then again down. The next one would be alternating one leg. So you stretch one leg into the position of the L-sit and the other leg is tucked. And you change the leg every second or so. So you stretch the right one, tuck the left one, and then you stretch the left one and then you tuck the right one, as long as you can. The last progression before you actually can do the L-sit is one leg hold. So it's the same that we did with the last exercise, but we are just holding the position for a certain time. So you stretch your right leg for 5 seconds or so, and then you change to your left leg and also hold this for 5 seconds or longer. As soon as you can hold it at least 5 seconds stretched, you can then try the real L-sit. For the L-sit, it is also important to note the L-sit on a bar, like I'm doing it right here, is much easier than if I would do it on a dip bar. As soon as you can do a L-sit for, let's say, at least 10 seconds or so, you can say that you have a really strong core. And this is really important for the next levels of calisthenics. Now I have one special exercise for you, which is nice if you can do it. And I think it is easy to learn. It's a pistol squat. It's good for your balance and strength of your legs if you can do them. And it's also always a nice move to show if you are a beginner. For this I won't give you progressions, and I want you to find out for yourself how you can get there. Just be creative, find some progressions and try to learn it. So these are the most important exercises you need to do as a beginner in calisthenics. And I'm giving you a challenge that I just thought for myself. If you can prove to me that you can do 10 pull-ups in a row, 30 push-ups in a row, 10 dips in a row, 15 L-sit raises in a row, and 1 pistol squat. And if you send me this video on Instagram, I will put it in my description or in the comments. I will show it in my next calisthenics training video, which would be calisthenics for amateurs. I'm giving you 10 weeks to achieve this. And if you achieve it in this time, I will then at least add 1 video of every person that has proven to me that they can do it. And at this point, you will also be able to move on to the next level, which would be, like I said, the amateur calisthenics level. So with that being said, be safe, stay strong, and stay hard.